Hey everybody, Ashley and I traveled last week. We went to Florida. Perfect timing as the virus was exploding there. But we had an opportunity to meet with Grant Cardone and his people down there. It was a really cool experience for me. But since I've gotten back, tons of people have asked me, what was it like traveling? What was it like getting on a plane? Were you scared? Were you worried? Was it something... would you do it again? A couple things that are noteworthy of it. Booking flights is hard. We flew Southwest, where they normally maybe have 10, 12 flights a day to places like South Florida. They had one or two options. So our plan was to go down on Sunday and fly back after the meeting on Monday night. We wound up going down on Saturday and flying back on Wednesday, because we had a webinar to run on Tuesday, and that was the way the flights worked out. The flights itself were... Southwest only sells 2/3 of the seats. The plane felt the most comfortable of just about any place we were. Being on the plane, people were social distancing. People who were traveling seemed to understand it. Everybody wore a mask. Southwest employees were stopping people from getting on the plane and stopping people in the airport and telling them they must wear a mask. One of the downsides, wearing a mask while traveling from... We got on a plane in Philadelphia. We had to put our mask on pretty much when we parked the car and got into the shuttle. Realistically, could not take the mask off for any length of time till we landed in Florida, which was about 7 hours later with a layover in Orlando Airport. One incident in Orlando Airport, Ashley and I were sitting there working on computers. There were two people across from us. One decided not to wear a mask. Then 3 people sat down behind us without masks. We immediately got up and just moved to a different part of the airport. Self-preservation on this stuff. Hotel, when we got to the hotel, the rental car, so we picked the rental car. It was very, very painless. It was a cool thing. We rented a Nissan Maxima, and they gave us a 2020 Mustang convertible red with the ecosystem engine, whatever it is. Fast, loud, fun to drive. Anyway, very easy. Hotel, they asked if we were feeling all right. Every place has plexiglass up, just like you're just around like any place you're going shopping or anything. They also there is no room service. There is no housekeeping. So if you need fresh towels or stuff like that, you have to call down to the front desk or get something. There are no ice machines. Had to get those. Not that I'm a big fan of the hotel breakfast, but the hotel breakfast buffet they normally have was pretty much limited to packaged goods. We traveled to South Beach on Sunday. We drove down, and it was really cool to get to see all the hotels and the houses down there. Pretty much stayed in the car. Everybody, anytime there were people around, they were wearing masks. We stopped at a restaurant. Everybody was wearing masks. It was a great little restaurant called El Grande Ranchero, I believe. Mexican restaurant. Fantastic food outside in Miami area. Second hotel we went to was Margaritaville after my meeting on Monday night. That was very cool. The hotel was about 20% full. 3 of the 5 restaurants were closed. Everybody in the hotel, all the guests and everything were wearing masks. There weren't many people at the first hotel we stayed at. But the second hotel, everybody was wearing masks. Everybody was social distancing. We had one incident in 3 days at that hotel, and it wasn't even at the hotel. We walked on the boardwalk. They call it the Broadwalk in Hollywood Beach, Florida. And we were getting down to an area, and there were just hundreds of people there, and we just turned around. Like, I'm not doing this. And so we turned around and came back. But overall, the traveling felt pretty safe. I don't know if I'd go to Florida right now, and I'm not. We've decided that we probably won't go to the Jersey Shore this weekend. It seems like it's going to be pretty crowded down there. But one of the interesting things, the worst thing, I guess, of all this I had a dental appointment today, and when I got there, they told me they would not serve me because I had been to Florida within the last 14 days. So that is the downside of traveling to a hot spot, I guess you would call it. We're still sort of monitoring our health. I believe we'll be fine. We're past the critical 5-6 day when most people get sick. Very few people get sick outside of that time frame from everything I've read and everything I've looked at. But we're eager to travel again. We have some opportunities in the next couple months that we won't be going to any hot spots if we can avoid it. And hit me up with any questions and let me know if you have any thoughts, and I'll do my best to keep you guys informed. Thank you.